Hello everyone, welcome to Haley Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Libra. What does Libra need to know? Libra. So we have Two of Earth, a Star, some Aquarius energy. So yeah, got some. You're indecisive here, are you? Or is it someone you're dealing with indecisive? Someone can't make up their mind. Back and forth and up and down. Yeah, you might be looking at this where the situation doesn't serve you here. Yeah, Nine of Air. Someone may be feeling something is off. Someone being a little sneaky. But what I feel is things are actually just up in the air. If you're comparing one situation to another, it could be apples to oranges here. Yeah, there's a King of Cups showing up here. This is someone just trying to figure something out. This is someone here determined to win. They're trying to figure you out here. Yeah, they're in their feelings. And it could be yourself, too, trying to figure this person out. Often people take on the Nine of Air, the Nine of Swords, when they're feeling a little insecure, a little uncertain, or they can't figure out if somebody likes them or not. Do they love me? Do they not? Do they like me or not? Yeah, we got this is Temperance energy. Someone here trying to be patient. You can see this is the energy. I mean, it's just, aw. But it's Temperance energy. Someone tempering their emotions and their thoughts, trying to be patient, taking a step back. They may feel something is a little off, or you do, but sometimes this is just a person here who need some time to figure out how they feel. Or they might go about something a little sneaky to try to figure out how you feel. So, like I say, this is just an energy of, this is someone trying to manifest. Either trying to manifest what they desire. It's gathering up of tools and information. It's an energy of someone trying to prepare. Yeah, it could be someone who can't figure you out. If you're someone who can't make up your mind, yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's just kind of in that energy where they are. But this is about communicating, manifesting. Someone might be feeling someone's manipulative or playing little games. But it's a person who's trying to get in touch with their feelings. Often people will do this, and they'll maybe weigh the pros and the cons, compare you to someone else, another situation where someone behaved with the Nine of Air, sneaky. See, they're trying to trust how they feel, and they're trying to get in touch with their feelings about this. But I think it's somebody who's trying to figure out how you feel. Yeah, back and forth and up and down. Let's have a look at the Two of Earth. Yeah, see, it's an energy of two people trying to figure out the other person, how they feel. Do they love me or not? Are they interested? Is this in my best interest? Yeah. There's hope here, though, but it's interesting because the feelings are actually, I think, mutual, where you're both in that same energy. The Star. Yeah, see, this is someone here. It's about respect, self-respect, and self-worth. They could have a few insecurities. There could be some insecurities. And often when people don't know how someone feels, it makes you become more insecure. Yeah, but like I say, it's about taking off the blindfold and seeing. Yeah, there's desire, spark desire. There's an attraction here. They're trying to be patient. But it is all about trying to be calm, cool, and collected here. Let's have a look at the Nine of Air. Yeah, this is someone thinking things through, choosing their battles. This is someone who might be changing their mind 1 minute. They think they should, back off a little bit. Because it is about choosing battles, but it's about seizing the day and taking this opportunity. Yeah, they're keeping this all to themselves, too. They're not saying anything. But I feel like you already know the answers you're seeking. This is someone who may have rushed in without thinking, seizing the day, and now they're backing out a little bit. Yeah. But it's really just because of some sort of insecurity. Maybe they feel like you don't find them attractive, and it could be yourself in that way. Yeah. It's all about seizing the day and taking the opportunity. Someone rushed in without thinking. Yeah, they're trying to figure things out. I think you already know. Yeah, it's an energy of not wanting to miss this opportunity. This is someone who's a little concerned if they reach out, you might reject, you might not be interested. They don't know. Yeah, they don't want to miss this opportunity, and that's why they rushed in like this, to seize the day. They took action. But I feel there's just this energy of uncertain, and I think it has to do with physical attraction. Let's have a look at the Ace of Wands. Yeah, someone here waiting. See, waiting for the one. This is an energy of someone here maybe thinking, well, the ship has sailed. Maybe they're just not interested. Maybe I should start looking elsewhere. But there's waiting. This is two people waiting for the other. The feelings are actually mutual. You're both probably doing the same thing. Let's have a look at the Queen of Cups. Why is the Queen of Cups here? The Queen of Cups. Yeah, see, it's about whether someone's interested. Yeah, we have a single person, someone who's kind of looking out for themselves here, no doubt. But it is, and I don't think it is about whether someone is or isn't. I feel there's an awareness, like you're both very much aware. I feel that the feelings are probably both the same. But it's about being patient. See, both people trying to be patient, waiting for the other person to reach out. This person's just getting in touch with their feelings too. It's an energy of being prepared. And it could be they just weren't prepared for it. They rushed in to seize the day because they don't want you to get away. And maybe they backed out. Now they feel like it's too late. The whole point is they didn't want to miss this chance, this opportunity in the first place. So it's really, I feel, just all about loving themselves first, I feel a little insecure. Definitely someone who's so full of feelings and emotions. Person has a lot to share. I do think they see you as attractive. They see someone who takes care of themselves. But is this person the one? Are they right? Should I just wait or should I reach out? There it is. Yeah. See, it's all about laying the foundation. It's about making a commitment. It's about committing to this. Yeah. It's an energy of showing that they're interested. So this is somebody who wanted to let you know they were available and, doing this and showing they're interested. But I feel like you're both waiting for the other person here. Yeah. Tell me about this Knight of Swords. Yeah, someone really in their head. See, they're trying to temper their thoughts, their emotions, so much in their head. They're overanalyzing it, and that's what happens. They're just trying to figure this out. I don't think this person can quite figure you out in some ways. But this is someone who probably, there's that woulda, shoulda, coulda. See, they should just tell you the truth. Yeah. They're not sure what to really think or what you're thinking, or it's a person who often can't read somebody. They can't read them, and it's often where a person has to kind of back off a little bit and gain clarity. Yeah. See, it's all about this energy. I wouldn't be surprised this is someone got some Aquarius energy, Libra. But it's whether the situation serves. Yeah, I think they know the feelings are mutual. I feel they're just overanalyzing this so much. They're getting up into their heads so much here. But you can see that this is somebody here about to make a decision. See, it's about being confident with a decision. See, they weren't quite ready or emotionally prepared. It's just obviously somehow you crossed paths or you came together at some point here where they decided to just go for it. And I do think this is someone who's kind of been keeping you waiting. Now they feel that, it's probably too late here. Yeah, see, it's about reflecting. They're reflecting on this too. See, it's about, they don't want to look like a fool. So in other words, they don't want to assume the feelings are mutual. They don't want to assume it. They're logical. But I think this person knows. And they don't want to look like a fool, but they also know they need to take a leap of faith. See, they took the leap of faith because they didn't want to miss this. Yeah, this opportunity. Yeah, so see the little pause? They're going within here, looking at this from a different perspective. I feel like you checked each other out here. See, this is where they already know you're checking them out. This is someone with experience. See, and they've experienced this before. So like I say, they're a little skeptical. They're not so sure. This is someone who's probably been played or had someone who was kind of cruel to them at some point. maybe even both of you. So it's an energy of trying to push through that fear of rejection. And I do think they will. I do. Yeah. See, checking you out. Maybe it was someplace public or other people around. It's often when there's other people around where two people look at each other and often look away. So they've experienced this before. Yeah, they're going to ask you out. They'll ask you out. I think this person's looking to see if you're invested in anyone else too. But they want to ask you out. See, they want to follow their heart. They're generally someone who follows their heart, but they see the risk that you could reject them. So they're just trying to prepare themselves for that. Yeah, I think they know. And it's probably someone who just sort of asked you the question they need to ask, but they don't want to assume the feelings are mutual, the assumption, right? Yeah. Tell me about that star. Whoops. Oh, I see what's coming. Was that the Ace of Cups? Yep. Ace of Cups just hit the floor. There it is. Yeah. See, it's a fresh new start. It's an opportunity. A do-over. So this is about kind of starting over here. And it doesn't mean that you've dated this person. You could have, and it didn't. Maybe they couldn't figure you out or thought you weren't interested, but this is the cup, and often with the 9 of air, it's a do-over, another opportunity. But often this is just kind of starting from scratch, building that foundation. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if it is someone who maybe felt you were up to something or, manipulating because they've experienced it before. I think this is a new experience. Actually, no, this is a new experience because the Ace of Cups is there. This is a new emotional experience. That's what it is. They haven't experienced this before, but they do have experience in some ways. Let's take a look. I want to define that because it has everything to do, because it is a little skeptical, their swords up. It's someone who's been hurt, they've been played, or someone was cruel to them, whatever it may be. But this is somebody who maybe come across as cold, or they think they did. Tell me about this King of Swords. Yeah, see, it's about choices in love. It has to do with attraction, whether you're actually attracted or not. See, they're skeptical. They kind of feel like there's no way this person's attracted to me or interested in me. They think you look great, by the way. You look like you take care of yourself. You invest a little time and energy. You put effort in. Yeah, nice. I think it's just insecure more than anything. But like I say, this is someone who's likely rushed into something before and then they got played or they were hurt, whatever it may be. And it's more than likely both of you, mutual energy. I do think you have a lot to learn about each other here. But yeah, I do think it's a new experience for this person, because this is often a new emotional experience. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like they're inexperienced. I don't feel like it's inexperience. It's a new emotional experience. See, they're releasing things that no longer serve, that fear of taking a risk. They know it doesn't serve them. This is someone who's really learning about their own worth and value, respect, self-respect. They see this energy, and it is also about, if this is someone where they've been waiting for some time, they don't want to look disrespectful. And from the feminine point of view, I feel like, you're kind of feeling that way too, because if they don't reach out and make this offer, it's going to feel like they don't like you, or they're not attractive, or they don't have a lot of respect. There's desire. There's a lot of desire. Yeah. This is an energy of just going with the flow. This is an energy of a whole new chapter. See, it's a whole new emotional experience. So there's something about the two of you. I mean, when we're talking Aquarius and Libra energy, which I see, and Gemini energy, see, things are kind of up in the air, and that's what it is. Something's up in the air. But they're in their head. They're trying to figure out they want to win. They don't want to miss this opportunity. Absolutely guaranteed. But they need to go with the flow. See, it's all about change. This could be someone who's moved on from another situation too. But it's really just learning to go with the flow and stop over analyzing. Because it's someone who's had a situation. See, it's not what they expected. They know what's expected of them. See, they know what's expected. But this happened unexpectedly. So obviously you connected around some people. Yeah, they're going to ask you out. They're just going to go with the flow here. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, you got someone who's going to level up. Yeah, they're in a hurry. They know they need to hurry up. This is someone going through all these emotions. So it's an Emperor here. I think they just can't figure you out. They're determined to figure them out. I mean, you could be the one doing that. See, where they think someone's playing little games here. But it's really just a new emotional experience. So in other words, it's the two of you experiencing something different here. Yeah, the King and Queen of Cups it's about two people coupling up, two people who are available. Yeah. Some of you too, it does have to do with this. See, some of you are no longer interested in someone else. Maybe you're comparing this person to someone else, making sure that what's ever happened before doesn't happen again. But it's really just about, they definitely, I can guarantee you, there's a desire. And I think you're both very much aware that this is going to be something different, something unique. Because that is part of the Temperance too, something unique. You're very much the same, but a little different. And it's about whether you're each other's type, but I actually feel like you are. You're going to balance each other out here. Tell me about this Knight of Cups. Yeah, see, they're having that little aha moment. Seeing the truth in this. They see the truth in the situation. It's probably someone who's just going to tell you. If they kept you waiting for a while, they'll just tell you why. I mean, it's possible this person just needed some time to figure out what they want. You know, figuring out their feelings, getting connected with their emotional self here. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot to be learned. There's going to be conversation. See, the energy of starting up the conversation, striking up a conversation. It's sort of like breaking the ice. Yeah, they want to ask you out. Like, they are worried about being rejected, but I do think this is someone overcoming it. See, Emperor energy. But some of you, if you do have multiple opportunities, like I say, it's about this person feels faith. They have confidence that they're going to make the right choice. And it's about whether you're on the same page. It's lifestyle, habits. No, they could be checking you out the way you're conducting yourself. You know, seeing how you handle yourself. I feel like you've checked each other out. And I do think you're both very aware. There's that little enlightenment, right? That moment of truth. Yeah, I think they're coming up with ideas too. It's like what to say, how to say it. I don't know why we would have an Emperor in this energy, but it's interesting. Emperors can be a little insecure too. This is somebody who definitely doesn't want to be rejected. Yeah, they have to make this happen, see, making it happen. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is somebody cutting somebody else out. Maybe they just need to tell you that they were about to make a decision. Or it has to do with their history, their lifestyle. But it really is about talking, see, gaining momentum. It's all, to me, it's like too much of a good thing, a new experience. I think this person's having a hard time believing that you're interested. Or here's another one, why you're single. See, this is often someone who sees someone attractive, like, why are you single? What's wrong with you, you know? And I wouldn't be surprised you're both doing that. The feelings are mutual here. The Star. I mean, I think this is somebody well-known and popular. You know, people know. You know, I feel this is someone in the social circle, somebody who's kind of well-known. Or yourself. Tell me more about the Hierophant and we'll wrap this up. Yeah. See, indecision. They need to take off the blindfold and see. I think both of you, there's so much air. We have so much indecision. It's about taking off the blindfold to see the truth, the reality of the situation. You're manifesting, and there's some mirroring with this too. There's so much desire. It's crazy. But you can see they're keeping it all in, keeping it to themselves. So it's really about, I'm going to tell you, see, they can't figure you out. They can't read you. This person can't read you. I think this is someone who generally can read people. Yeah. They'll figure it out. This is a new emotional experience. It's funny because I was like, oh, but it's a do-over. No, it's not. I mean, it could be a fresh new start for some of you, somebody coming back around. It could be, but I feel the majority is it's a new experience. You're different than their usual type. Yeah, so it's about being fair. See, they're trying to be fair. They're trying to be logical. Look at that, Libra. I think you already know the answer you're seeking. I think this is somebody here who can't read you. I mean, if it is yourself and you can't read them, because I do see the mirroring, but it's about being fair. It's all about the harmony. I actually feel like these are two people. I think you could have something here. It's a unique situation. There's no doubt here with that. But it's all about them getting in touch with their innermost self, their feelings, you see. Taking a step back. There's something that feels off. You're different. Yeah. But there's something that's very right here too. This, like I say, should I or shouldn't I? Do they love me? Do they not? Do they find me attractive? I mean, they're just back and forth. They know what they need to do. They need to make a commitment. They need to reach out and commit to a time. I do see structural changes, lifestyle changes. See, someone who's kind of been changing their mind. But this is someone who I feel feels very confident. They have faith in themselves now, I feel. See, they're going to take off the blindfold and see. They're going to get out of their head. They know. This is somebody who knows. They know themselves, that they have a tendency to overthink. They are rather strategic too, because that's Emperor energy. But they're going to make this happen. One more on the Emperor. Yeah, see, it's about putting in effort. They know what's expected. They know what you want, but they were not expecting, I feel, to feel the way they did. I would, and I don't say this lightly, but it could be like a love at first sight or how they're feeling. I would, because it's a new emotional experience. See, they've experienced some things, but like I say, they're swords up, but they've not experienced this. And that's why I feel it's a very unique situation. They're relying on experiences from the past to help make the decision, but it's not helping. Yeah, they just need to be fair. They need to think logical. They need to get out of their head. But it's about justice and harmony, whether someone's right for them or not. They need to come in right, too. They know what's expected. If you've been dating this person already, some of you have been already dating this person, they know what you're expecting as a commitment. Tell me about the King of Cups. Yeah, see, reaching out, hoping the feelings are mutual. See, a little test. Just going to test the water to see here. They're just preparing. They're preparing that you may reject them. I don't feel like you're going to. I think you're just waiting for this person. I can tell that you won't wait forever, though, because they got to come in right. It's that energy of come to me right. So they already know what's expected. See, they've experienced that before. I think you're just not moving. You're not doing anything. That's what I feel. The feminine isn't doing anything here. You're just patiently waiting. You're looking out for yourself. You're doing what's right for you. Yeah, but I think you're also should I or shouldn't I. And I do think you're tempted to reach out to this person. Let this person... The best way to deal with an energy like this is just to sit and not really do much of anything and let this person decide, because they do know what's expected. Yeah. They need to be the one to take that lead. They need to lay the foundation. They need to commit to a time. See, it's all about committing to a time. They just need to get out of their head. See, both of you, I feel, are in your head. It's like, is this person right for me or not? Do they like me? Do they love me? All these things. Man, oh man, there's so much air here. No wonder everything's up in the air. Take care. Bye for now.